by myself. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Put a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bad.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready? 52's the mic. I got it. Snap.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do. Got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
50, plant. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
6-6, bullet high.
We're scoreless after 1. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darryl Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Laird. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke buying time to his left. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
X3, 218, chop.
Now this time, Locke will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Rolling to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, it's Locke. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Locke. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, stop.
Check it backer. 51 the mic, boy, 51. I got wide. 51. Here we go.
Fitzpatrick now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. There goes a deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 3. At the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Hearns brings it in. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for Dolphins.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Todd Davis.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Hey!
Mike, 50.
Hey, Echo!
55, Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the turnover, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Block now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Locke finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. On play action, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you taught me this before, maybe this is where nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Boy, people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Locke to throw for it on 4th. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Taco Charlton, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
Nope.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he finds Parker here, complete. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
100 yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken about the 12. Spins away. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Here we go. Get that 12, fellas. Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
You draw focus.
57's right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, watch it. Watch
it. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Here we go.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Here we go.
Second and 10.
Any weapon.
On second down, a run with Breida. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps out the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, here's Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
27 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On second down, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too...
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. 20, 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 85 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Watch the safety screen. No. 11.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
this is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2. Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's taken to the 26. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Dalton now to pass. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
54.
Hey, over.
Tackles.
Another try after the first down sack. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross.